and now they're fighting to the death over her. She is not worth it. Uhtred, just go with your friends and leave Skade behind. Who cares about her?
Hi, welcome back to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra and this is Ken.
Hi.
And Panda. And we're back watching The Last Kingdom, Season 3, Episode 3. So, last time, I'll just be a real brief recap. Uhtred took our Alfred hostage and tried to kill him, and then ran away to be with his brother in his little castle. Ethelwald was pretty much trying to gather his own little peeps army. Ethelred decided he was going to kill his wife and not his child. And Alfred was contemplating his life choices. I think that's pretty much where we were.
He's approaching the grave.
Yes. And because he made Uhtred leave, and that's because Uhtred slapped a monk and it killed the monk, and so he has to pay, because like he always ends up killing some church person. But that monk was totally dissing Gisela and calling her all sorts of names, so that wasn't cool. So let's see what other people said. So Rob Max says that after we're done with the seasons, we need to check out Screen Chronicles YouTube page, because they do behind the scenes kind of interesting bits of cast interviews. So that's cool. I love behind the scenes content. So I definitely would like to check that out. Christina Berg says the Last Kingdom podcasts on YouTube are a must. Good to know. Yeah, Christopher Alvarado Jr. Kind of feels the same way I do, in that Alfred just keeps not realizing Uhtred's worth. Like, all these things Uhtred does for Alfred, and how loyal and trustworthy he's actually been. And even though it kind of looks like he's not sometimes, because he's doing things without Alfred's knowledge,
it's usually to get information that would be helpful to Alfred and his, military aid. So I agree. The tension between them was amazing, and that it was going to happen eventually, because Uhtred was having enough of that. But he's always been loyal. And Micah and Naomi reminded me that Eliza Butterworth, who plays Aelswith, and Millie Brady, who plays Ethelfled, are exactly the same age, and they play mother and daughter. That's because Eliza Butterworth looks really young in reality, but they really make, with her stern faces and the plain makeup, that it ages her a lot, and the way they dress her, so she doesn't look the same age, and that's definitely not her real personality either, which I just find fabulous. She's a really funny person, Eliza Butterworth. I don't know much about Millie Brady, because she's only been on the show a handful of times as Ethelfled, but hopefully we'll see her soon. We saw her, I think, in the first episode, and we haven't seen her since then, and we saw her for a very brief moment of time, rallying her troops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you for your comments. Let's go check out episode 3.
You cannot escape who you are, Ashley.
Oh, man. Why are you a mean ghost, Leo Fritch?
You made no choice.
Yeah, you
If
did.
you had not killed the monk, you would still be Alfred's oathman. But I'm glad I killed the monk.
Dang. Sweet burn.
You will make a sound. On my life, I mean you no harm. It is Altown. No one can know I have come here to your estate. I shall sing on these 3 center and then I shall leave. I swear.
He's not there to kill her?
Because I've come to believe that we would be a poorer land without the Lady of Mercia.
Oh. For real?
The suitor's tongue. See no one but Father Bjorka.
Yeah.
This lady.
Bjorka. Defender of everything.
Queen.
My entire life as king shall be recorded within this chronicle.
Yeah, which is a bit biased, by the way.
Father Bjorka, on my table is a list of possible wives of Birkenwald. You will escort the future King of Wessex to the nearest monastery.
Ooh.
He shall pray every hour of the
I
day
wish to
and
remain
night
at the palace.
until God grants him the sense to realize that being king is not a pastime, not a choice, but a duty. Your wife will be dealt with.
Uh-oh. What does that
You
mean?
shall never dare put at risk all that I have achieved.
Yeah, who's this? Trying to murder. This is the one that was sent for her. She not there. She left.
As not so much as a servant or a guard, Lord.
That's not his fault.
Forewarned by you.
No, it wasn't him. It's that dude behind you.
Lord, you cannot simply execute your subjects as you please.
No.
This is the 9th century. It is direct to ask him.
Yeah, exactly.
Laughing at me, Alcam.
I'm not, Lord.
I'm just saying you're being a jerk.
Perhaps it is for the best that Alfred lives. Yes, Lord.
Okay, I'll give it to Uhtred.
Why are you not dead yet? Finish him.
Jesus. I'm not quite dead.
He's gonna drop them on their ass.
Ragnar.
He's here, and I will refuse him.
Oh yeah, because she's all about Uhtred now. She doesn't want blood hair anymore. He's a weak little coward to her.
Danes.
Do you have anything to say to me, Bloodhair? Last time I saw you, you were running for your life.
Yes, you took what belongs to me. We have that matter to settle.
It is settled.
We can wait.
You don't need to show.
Oh, they just noticed Ethelwald's there.
Make no mistake, we have the same, you and I.
I'm not so sure I would equate both of you.
Not the same.
No.
And never shall be.
Speak well, Lord.
Uhtred's children. He has abandoned them. Have them brought to Winchester. Arrange for their welfare and education. Introduce them to God.
Oh, you nasty.
Yep.
Rest well, Father Bear.
Nothing like some hostages.
Rest well.
And some, making sure that they're godly children so that he just sticks it to Uhtred. Alfred.
There is a second letter. I am to give it to you only if you agree with my lady's reasoning for not telling the king.
Fine.
It is a solution.
Tell Uhtred. Uhtred will go kill Ethelred.
He is always the solution, it seems.
Yep.
Uhtred. There he is. Not the situation, but the solution.
Would kill me also. And men like me.
Stop haunting me.
Listen, Banquo.
Yeah, exactly.
This is getting
Stop
frustrating.
it.
What I want is to be your queen.
Well, damn, dude.
This heart can be yours should you want it.
Oh. Well, guess you do.
She belongs to me.
Oh. Whoa.
For I will take you through. No lie. I find the pretty Ethelfled. And we all take our turn with her.
No.
Count our silver.
Must be you, Ragnar.
Yep.
Why? Because he's your brother?
No, because he's the normal
Because
one.
Ragnar's the only man each of us will trust.
But I know the sight of you alone would strike at the heart of both the doubters and heathen.
I don't know. He looks pretty bad.
Alfred,
He looks sick.
I'm also here to carry out the king's order. Formally banish Uhtred from Wessex.
Oh. Damn.
Such an order is required by law.
Father Beoka.
Oh.
Welcome to Dunholm.
Oh, man. Walk away, Ethelwald.
Yes.
Yaka knows something's not right here.
Well, everybody knows it. Ethelwald's overplayed his hand.
He's
totally.
like, what's going on for real?
This is not my worry.
Yes, it is. You love her.
She has gods, she has the king.
Nope,
She has the upper even.
She's asked for Uhtred.
she has. You saved her when she was little. She'll never forget that.
Did Ethelwald journey here alone,
No.
I left with Heston and Bloodhair.
having first paid a visit to Ethelred?
Ooh.
Yes, that is what he did.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did ya?
What did you say to Alfred?
I spoke of opportunity to help our cause.
Kill his wife.
Yes. Ooh, Ethelwald.
Do not sleep tonight. You may not wake. Do not sleep any night.
Don't sleep ever again. I will kill you. You will die.
My friend, I predict the Lord Uhtred is about to desert this army.
Slap him.
Ethelfled has called, and her hounds shall go running.
Yeah, slap him.
Uhtred, he is not. Kill my brother.
Is that not bond enough?
That's different.
Not compared to a princess.
It would appear not.
Shut up, Ethelwald.
You, then choose.
Oh,
Do you
God.
stand with us? With each of us,
Are you not listening?
or not?
He says it won't work.
I will be leaving.
Oh, no.
She swore an oath.
So has everyone
Give
else.
your word. And that is about reputation and honor. He does not leave with Skade. Ragnar, she belongs to me. Yes, Bloodhair. We shall make the square. Agreed.
Oh, dang it.
We fight.
Well, Bloodhair, you're gonna die now.
That's for
Because
sure.
Uhtred wins. He always kills Danes. It's great. Ah, dang it. Alright, that was episode 3. And once again, Uhtred is banished or loses somebody.
Yep, he's got another impossible choice to make.
The man is he's just split down the middle. So Ethelred's henchman sidekick went and warned Ethelfled, which was a surprise to me.
Yep, she took off. And
She took off with her cute little daughter and went to a nunnery.
she got her to a
hide.
nunnery.
Yeah. And sent 2 messages. One was to Beocca, and the other one was to Beocca, but only if he agreed to the first one. So that was really interesting. So Beocca and Tira went off to meet them at Ragnar's place. But before they got there, Ragnar and Bloodhair and Heston all made like a pact that they would work together as a giant army to go to Wessex and go to Mercia first and then Wessex. Meanwhile, Uhtred teed off Bloodhair by kissing Skade in front of him. So that was kind of like, okay. And now they're fighting to the death over her. She is not worth it. Uhtred, just go with your friends and leave Skade behind. Who cares about her?
Ragnar's a great guy, but he's not enough to bond these other Viking lords in a great heathen army part 2.
We've seen this before where they say they'll work together, and then when they get to the actual place, they kind of turn on each other and end up fighting each other. So Uhtred kind of said that to them. And then once he received the letters from Ethelfled, who he wants to save her. Ethelfled and him have a bond that's a lot longer than most people's. But he had sworn to Ragnar that he'd help him, and Brita said she'd kill him if he hurt Ragnar's feelings or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
So he came in and was like, but then he finds out from Beocca that Ethelwald went to Ethelred before he came to Ragnar.
Mm-hmm.
And Uhtred called him out in the hall, which was kind of a mistake because Ethelwald's a man of the words. And he got up and spun it right in Uhtred's face to make it look like Uhtred was the one being a traitor to his people and throwing suspicion off of him where it rightfully belongs. So unfortunately, everyone was like, well, what are you going to do, Uhtred? Are you going to save the princess again, or are you going to stay and fight with us? And he's like, but he discussed with his men, this plan is going to fail. It just isn't going to work. And he tried to say that to Ragnar, and Ragnar just took it as a huge betrayal and said he was no longer his brother and he could no longer be called Uhtred Ragnarsson. And Tira was very upset. She was like, don't you do that. That's not cool. And I'm sad too, because the only real relationship that Uhtred had in family-wise, was having his brother and Tira, and sort of Brita, but she was blue, hot and cold every once in a while. But Ragnar's done, and then he decided that they could fight over to the death for Skade, who I think isn't worth it.
With blood hair.
With blood hair, yep. So he's like, oh yeah, sure, to the death is fine. It's like, he was, because Ragnar's like, get out of here or kill you myself. I'm like, Ragnar, that's your brother. Stop your nonsense. Like, seriously. Listen to what he has to say. You're going into a war to fail. And without Uhtred and his merry band of little men, you will fail because you'll have no knowledge of inside of Wessex like you wanted to have with Uhtred there in the first place. He was your inside man. Without him, you got nothing.
Ethelwald's not much of a replacement.
Ethelwald's not a military technician. He's a man of words.
And booze.
And he gets what he wants through his manipulation of words. So yeah, Bjaka and Uhtred were pretty tense together because Bjaka's really mad at Uhtred. Uhtred doesn't have many friends left, that's for sure. He's got Finan and his little posse, and that's about it. But he'll also have Ethelfled when he rescues her and kills her little weakling man. And maybe they can rule Mercia. That would be cool. They'd be the rightful kings. Well, because...
You know, Mercia is on the way to Wessex.
Yes.
So, you kind of have to pass through Mercia, theoretically. I mean, I suppose you could, go down through your own lands, but, Mercia is just handily sort of placed just to the north of Wessex there, so,
Yeah.
Could be a good side quest there, just taking that.
Side quest? Well, that's what the Danes were going to do.
Yeah.
They were going to take Mercia first and then go to Wessex. But here's my thing. If Uhtred goes to Mercia or finds Ethelfled, goes back to Mercia, kills Ethelred, then the true heir to the throne of Mercia, if it's passed down the way I think it's passed down, becomes his illegitimate daughter, who is not proven to be illegitimate, and everyone respects Ethelfled, so maybe she'll become the queen of Mercia, and Uhtred can be like her dude, and then when
Clearly
the Danes come, then...
That's what Aldhelm was getting at.
Yeah. When the Danes come, he can defeat them and once again not really have a side. The Danes don't want him, the Saxons don't want him. Uhtred lives in the middle.
I guess I'll be Mercian for now.
He's just a floating. Because Finan was like, we came north with you, but we really don't want to go back south and fight Wessex because that's where our people are. Why don't we go to Bebbanburg? We could totally stand behind you there. We've got your back. And he's like, well, no, I gotta rescue Ethelfled, which they could all stand behind because she is the Princess of Wessex. So if they're all from Wessex. But Ethelwald is a scheming, evil dude. And I hate that he does this because I like him and then I don't like him. So I'm kind of, he turned everything on Uhtred, which is really horrible because Uhtred's actually been there for Ethelwald a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. Even though he makes fun of Ethelwald like everyone else, he took him on a few times, took him with him. Uhtred always gets screwed by the people he helps. They don't appreciate his helping at all.
Yeah.
Uhtred needs to rule the world.
Especially Banquo's ghost that keeps following him around here everywhere.
I liked you alive, but dead, you suck.
You're a real drag.
Yeah, you're just around telling him he's a traitor all the time.
A giant buzzkill.
Well, is he a traitor when he goes to help Ethelfled? And he's not really a traitor. He was kind of forced to leave Wessex because he slapped a monk and he didn't want to, pay for that. He was tired of being controlled.
Tried to make a deal with him that would increase his servitude.
Oh, yeah. So Alfred has sent people to go collect Uhtred's children, take them out of Cookham, which he's no longer the lord of, according to Alfred, and bring them to Wessex so they can be educated in the word of the Lord.
And otherwise known as hostages.
Well, and the ultimate, dig on Uhtred is to make his children all religious. So, and then Edward also was like, I'm not married. I'm already married to my lady.
Mm-hmm.
And Alfred's like, what? So he sent him to a monastery, and he said his lady would be taken care of, which I didn't like the sound of.
And Alfred's clearly started to write his PR campaign that is the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle there.
Yeah, he's written a book about himself, or he is, and he looks horrible, but he went out like with his mail and outfit on to show the people he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
One look at him and you can tell he's not okay. He shouldn't be leaving the castle
He's not
at all.
having a good time picking up that 50 pounds of chainmail.
He looks awful. If you like our videos, please subscribe. And if you'd like to see our other Last Kingdom reactions, check out our playlists. And until next time, bye!